As the Golden State Warriors have attempted to negotiate some sort of resolution to their standoff with restricted free agent Jonathan Kuminga this offseason, they've been stuck in a strange predicament, a simultaneous attempt to downplay his value in negotiations and exaggerate it on the trade market. Yet, despite the disrespect the Warriors may have shown throughout this process to Kuminga, they have at least always acknowledged that he is a young, impactful scorer with a relatively high potential to be reached, and Zach Harper of The Athletic, in his recent ranking of the top 40 forwards in the NBA, refuses to do even that. Although Kuminga has had his struggles with his fit in Golden State, even being cut out of the rotation entirely towards the end of last season, even his strongest detractors must admit that the flashes in his game make him, at the very least, a highly intriguing young player. The Athletic's ranking is just the latest in a long line of unwarranted disrespect for Kuminga. Harper, who does positional rankings every offseason, is often relied upon as a traditionally level-headed and fair judge of NBA talent. In this regard, his rankings, which are separated into tiers, start off predictably. In a class of his own is superstar Giannis Antetokounmpo, closely followed by the trio of Jason Tatum, Paolo Banchero, and Zion Williamson. Yet, as the reader reaches the fourth tier and names such as Miles Bridges and Jeremy Grant come to pass, questions might arise. As the reader reaches the final tier, which contains names such as Jake LaRavia and Kenrich Williams, alarm bells might start to sound. In Harper's list of the top 40 forwards in the NBA, Kuminga is not even mentioned once. While Kuminga's contract situation has complicated his value on the market, his potential as a microwave scorer is almost undeniable. Last season, through 47 games, Kuminga averaged 15.3 points for 0.6 rebounds and 2.2 assists. Moreover, Kuminga's scoring ballooned when he was given bigger minutes. In the 6 games in which he played 30 or more minutes, the dynamic young forward averaged 26.5 points, showcasing his potential as a scorer around the rim. While issues with his outside shot and his willingness to rebound and make defensive plays have made his relationship and role with the Warriors tenuous, the fact that he is among the most athletic young players in the league should not be forgotten. On any team where he was granted significant runway, it would not be surprising if Kuminga averaged 20 or more points over the course of an entire season. Therefore, while Kuminga certainly should not be considered among the elite forwards in the league on the shoulders of his potential alone, it is absurd to suggest that his scoring ability does not place him among the top 40. Charles Barkley recently had a conversation about the NBA, luxury taxes, and the dreaded second apron. He blamed super teams like the Miami Heat and Golden State Warriors for the second apron, saying it was put in place because so many big-name players wanted to compete together. He specifically called out Kevin Durant, who is now responding to Barkley's claim. Since we're playing the blame game, I select Bob Myers as the fall guy," Durant posted on X. The second apron punishes teams that pay a certain amount of money per season. It's a way to prevent franchises from compiling the best and most expensive players in the league. Durant doesn't want to be blamed for his move to the Warriors and instead thinks that former general manager Bob Myers is the one who should take responsibility. But he ultimately doesn't feel that anybody did anything wrong, and Golden State was smart to put the team together. The debate around the Warriors continues even many years after Durant walked away from the team. For a few years, they were the most fearsome and intimidating squad in the league, scoring 2 championship wins and dominating their opponents. However, some people look back with disdain for the team because they feel it was unfairly assembled. These days, a team like that simply isn't possible because it would cost too much and the second apron would get in the way. Analysts like Barkley will debate with players like Durant about the validity and fairness of the second apron and why it was created. This conversation isn't going away anytime soon. The Golden State Warriors have yet to make a move this offseason, but the dynastic franchise may be in a position to finally bite the bullet and complete a transaction at the expense of a reeling Pacific Division foe. After the release of a bombshell report on Wednesday, the Los Angeles Clippers world turned upside down, as it was alleged by NBA personality Pablo Torre that the organization circumvented the league's salary cap to pay their 2-time NBA champion forward Kawhi Leonard $28 million for a no-show job. Even without this situation in mind, the Clippers have other worries heading into the 2025-26 campaign. The team is old, and one injury can completely derail their season. Los Angeles could be headed for a reset, especially if Leonard's off-court situation continues to progress in a negative fashion. In that case, the Warriors may view this update as a blessing in disguise and an opportunity to snag one of the Clippers' most reliable veteran role players to support their four-time NBA champion Stephen Curry. If the Warriors intend on being aggressive in the aftermath of Torrey's report, then the Clippers' 28-year-old forward Derrick Jones Jr. might become an intriguing trade target for a team looking to solidify their reserve unit. Following his departure from the Dallas Mavericks in the summer of 2024, the combo forward contributed an impressive 10.1 points, 3.4 rebounds, and 1.0 steals while sporting a 60.9% true shooting percentage in 77 appearances and 55 starts during the regular season. A hypothetical trade for the former undrafted prospect would likely cost the Warriors a player like Moses Moody, but it could be a deal the team is willing to make in an effort to extend Curry's championship window. Jones Jr. is recognized as one of the league's bounciest players, but his incredible athleticism is only one piece of the puzzle with regard to his impact on contending teams. The high-flying wing became a fantastic supporting piece for a Mavericks team that made the 2024 NBA Finals through his defensive effort and ability to get out in transition. As a member of the Clippers this past season, he continued to build on his skill set by adding a fairly consistent outside shot to his arsenal. Golden State could plausibly benefit from acquiring a player of Jones Jr.'s archetype, as his two-way ability and improving three-point shot may be attractive qualities to the Warriors' general manager Mike Dunleavy. It remains unlikely that Jones Jr. eventually heads to the Warriors via trade, but it's a concept that could gain traction prior to the 2025-26 trade deadline.